Hey there friends, how you doing today? So last week I posted this video on TikTok. Hi there friends! So I am going to do a Q&A video for my YouTube channel and I thought I would put it to you guys to ask me questions. So if you have any burning questions for me, leave them in the comments and I might just answer them in my YouTube video. Love, love! And now, as promised, I am here to answer your questions. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First question on my list here is from Trixie Dance, and she says, did you get rid of your kawaii clothes or just normal ones? I assume you're talking about when I was posting on Instagram a couple weeks ago about how I was going through my wardrobe and throwing stuff out. I was throwing out a whole bunch of just really old clothes that I had. A lot of them were cute ones that were just getting old and stuff. I didn't get rid of all of my cute clothes. I was just doing a wardrobe cull because I have so there's a walk-in wardrobe in our bedroom that's full of my clothes. And then there is a wardrobe that spans the entire wall of our bedroom that is also full of my clothes. And then there's a wardrobe right here that is also full of my clothes. So I was running out of space and I was like, do you know what? It's probably time to downsize a little bit. So I was going through everything and just getting rid of stuff so I could send it off to Goodwill and yeah, so I didn't get rid of my kawaii clothes, I just donated a bunch of them. Basketball Lover 26 wants to know how old I am. You never ask that of a lady! But lucky for you guys, I ain't no lady. So, at this current time of filming, I am 31 years old. My birthday is the 26th of October. I will be 32 this year. Yep, that's how old I am. Next question. Unicorn Macy wants to know what country I was born in. I was born in Australia, mate! That I'm Australian and that was possibly the worst Australian accent known to mankind. I do get some people asking if I'm British because of how I speak. My mom's English. I suspect I get it a little bit from her, but no, I am 110% born and bred Aussie, so I've lived in Australia my whole life. I was born in Adelaide. I'm an Aussie. Nita Entazari, I really hope I said that right, I'm sorry if I didn't, says, when will you come to New Zealand and how many siblings do you have? As far as going to New Zealand is concerned, I don't know if/when I will get there next. I have been there a few times for skiing and I have some friends over there as well. But yeah, as far as the next time I'll get there, I don't know, I'm sorry. For the second part of your question, how many siblings do I have? I only have one. I have a little brother and his name is Andy. I'll check a picture of him up here. You can tell me, I don't know, tell me in the comments, do you think we look alike? Do you reckon we look like siblings? I mean, pink hair aside, I know he doesn't have pink hair, but do you think we look like siblings? Let me know. Super Snihashukla. I'm so sorry for destroying pronouncing your username, but she asks, what is the age of your pet dog? That's you! She's actually off screen. Bella, come here. Come here, Bubba. We got a question about you. You can come and help me answer it. Yeah, sit down. Sit. Sit. Get up. There she is. Here's my little Bella. So, Bella, right here, currently is 12 years old, but she will turn 13 in about 2 months. So I've had Bella since I was 19 years old. She was my birthday present and I love her. Yeah, that's how old she is. She's not as young as she looks, just like her mama. But she's a good doggo. Aren't you, Bubby? Are you good? Are you good? I think you're good. And they think you're good. They do. Everyone thinks you're good. You're just the goodest girl around. It's true. She is. Goodest girl. Drama Llama 002 wants to know, do you wear contacts? Your eyes are so pretty. Well, first of all, thank you so much. I'm glad you think my eyes are pretty. I do wear contacts, but not all the time. so I am quite blind. Like, the screen over there is all blurry and stuff, so, because I'm not wearing my glasses right now. And I should be, but they glare with the lights, so I tend to not wear them on camera. But yes, I do. I generally wear glasses unless I'm sort of doing something that it's not helpful for me to have glasses on, in which case I wear contact lenses. A lot of the time I wear clear contact lenses, but I do have a whole collection of like colourful contact lenses and like weird shaped ones. Like I've got cat eyes, I've got ones that are like blue and green that have little twinkles in the eye, and I've got like red ones for doing zombie looks. So I do like cosmetic contact lenses. Most of my cosmetic contact lenses aren't actually prescription, so I'll wear like contact lenses with my glasses so I can actually see. I do have some coloured prescription ones though, so I suppose you'll never know. But yeah, usually I just wear glasses because my eyesight's not great. Ali Anime 3 says, what is your favourite show? Hands down, my favourite show is Supernatural! Oh, I love it so much! It's so good! I'm so sad that it's ending after next season, but I think like 15 seasons is a pretty good run of it. I'm super lucky in that last weekend actually I went to a Supernatural convention, All Hell Breaks Loose 10 in Melbourne, and I actually got to meet Jared and Jensen and like have my photo with them. I give them hugs and it was amazing, and they give good hugs and they smell good, and now I sound creepy, but it was a fantastic experience and I was very excited. Next up we have Alex the Weirdo 13. Great username by the way. And Alex the Weirdo says, how did you get obsessed with pink? I don't know, to be honest. It just kinda happened. Yeah, I've always really liked pink stuff and just being like super duper, like uber girly. This is actually the second time I've had pink hair. So the first time I had pink hair, I just kind of decided to dye it on a whim. I was blonde at the time and was sick of having blonde hair, so I'm just like, what can I do that would be fun? And, you know, pink happened. And then, because I dyed my hair pink, none of my clothes really matched anymore, because I used to wear a lot of, like, navy blue and dark red and blacks and stuff like that. So, and it was, like, bright, fluorescent pink hair. So I just very slowly started accumulating pastel clothes, because it matched my hair a lot better, and, you know, 5 years later, here we are! So that's how that happened. The Devil's Breakfast says, what is your second favourite colour? I would have to say my second favourite colour is purple! I think that pastel purple and pastel pink go together really, really well. I think it's really pretty. Purple actually used to be my favourite colour when I was a kid. My room was like all purple everything when I was an early teen. Yeah, and then one day I just kind of changed my mind. But yeah, I still really like purple. Livy Turtle says, where do you get all your pastel clothes? Oh, now that, my friend, is a loaded question. I get them from all over the place. So as far as like everyday staples are concerned, so just like plain-ish t-shirts and just like jeans and stuff like that, I usually get them from Savers, as in like from a thrift shop, op shop for Australians. I really believe in getting second-hand stuff where you can. If you don't have to buy a t-shirt from like Target, then don't. So yeah, I usually get a bunch of stuff from op shops in like pastel colors. I get a lot of white t-shirts just because they go with everything, and then I save up my money and I buy my main pieces online. Some of my favorite online brands that I wear all the time is Milklim. I wear Swimmer. I love pretty much everything from Dolls Kill. My favorite shoes, which are like my big pink ballet bays, they're from YRU. I love my jacket. I have a jacket from Miss Kika. Where else? I love Glitters for Dinner and Holly Tea Time and Roxy Sweetheart and Moda Kawaii Store and so many others. I'm certain there's a million that I've missed because I get so much stuff online. I actually order heaps of stuff from AliExpress. If you haven't discovered AliExpress yet, it's amazing and you should. It's like, I can't describe it. It's just magic. go check it out. Cartwheel37 asks, how many heels are in your shoe collection? Also, how many shoes do you have? Oh, a lot. Like a lot. So this wardrobe right here, from like floor to ceiling, is full of shoe racks, and it's full. And then there's shoes like behind the shoes, on top of shoes. And then I've got like just my black shoe collection in the bedroom in the walk-in wardrobe. So yeah, I don't know. I've never actually stopped to count them. Let's have a look. Let's do a rough guesstimate. So there's 10 shelves, and there's roughly, what, 6 shoes per shelf? So let's say there's about 60 in there, and then there's maybe 10 more in the bedroom. So let's go with 70. I own approximately 70 pairs of shoes. Wow, that's a lot. I've never actually bothered to count them. Cool. Oh, and I forgot these ones as well. One's down here, so like 74? That's a lot. And I just threw a whole bunch out as well. Miley Everton says, do you get strange looks when you're out and about? The short answer, yes. All the time. I tend to not really notice as much anymore. When I first dyed my hair and sort of started dressing in the way that I do, I used to notice it a lot more. So like, just in case you guys weren't aware, like the way that I dress when I'm on camera, or like the way that I dress for my Instagram photos, is the way that I dress on a daily basis. Like, I don't dress up just for the camera. I usually like do my makeup, do my hair, get myself dressed, ready to go for the day, then go, oh, better make some content, and then take my photos and make my videos, and then go on my merry way and, you know, work and all that type of business. So yeah, I'm dressed up in a way that a lot of people would consider weird on a 24/7 basis. So yeah, when I walk down the street, sometimes I get people looking at me funny because I do stand out a little bit. Most people are generally quite positive about the way that I dress, so I often get people coming up being like, oh my god, you look amazing, or oh, I love your hair, like, you're so cute, this is so cool. So that's good. I do sometimes get some negative comments, but I mean, that's the thing with life. Like, not everybody's gonna love you, not everyone's gonna love what you do, the way you dress. Like, it just, you do you, and if people hate it, well, that's nice, they can just be over there because their opinion doesn't matter anyway. I love me, and I love my style, and I like the way I dress, and that's the most important thing. Confused Boo It's Lil, I think I said that right, asks, what's your favourite clothing style? How many stuffies do you have in that back wall? Well, question number one, my favourite clothing style. My favourite clothing style is my clothing style. I tend to sort of chop and change on the daily depending on my mood and how much effort I could be bothered putting into when I get dressed. I'd say my main style is probably like a mixture between Fairy K and maybe Party K? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. My daily style is Party K / Fairy K. And I also wear a fair bit of Lolita, but I don't do that on the daily because it's not quite appropriate for my work, and it's a lot of effort. So the second question, how many stuffies do you have in the back wall? Ugh. Lots. I've never counted them. I used to only have like one of these pink shelves here, and then I had my makeup thing in the middle, and then the other pink shelf on the other side. And I decided one day that I needed to rearrange my room, and naturally I needed like both of them together so I could just have like the ultimate toy wall. I put them all together, but whilst I was doing that I had to take all of the toys down, move the furniture, and then put them all back up again. So like when I pulled all the toys down, I had just this mountain of toys in the middle of my room. And I remember Ricardo coming home from work and like being like, hey honey, what you doing? And walking in and just being like, damn. So yeah, the answer is there is a lot. I don't know exactly how many because I've never counted them. So feel free to count them for me if you want, and let me know in the comments how many you think I have. KT Pie for Life says, what is your most favourite toy in your entire room? That's a really good question, and I'll show you, but I bet you guys haven't even noticed that he's there because he's tiny. Give me 1 second. Let me get him. Alright. So guys, I would like to introduce you to Hubert. This is Hubert the tiny teddy, and he was my favorite toy when I was a kid. He still is. He's just, look at him. He's adorable. He's very well loved. My mum made him pants when I was younger. He had a jacket as well because I decided it was indecent for him to get around in the nude. But yes, this is Hubert. So I got him when I was, gosh, how old was I? Quite young. And I used to run around with him like stuffed in my overall top pocket. And he was my favorite teddy. And my grandma wrote stories about him, like getting lost at the beach because he fell out of my pocket and was like swirling around in the ocean and I really nearly lost him. Yeah, so like I said, you guys have probably never even noticed that he's on my wall. He is up there. He usually sits up there on one of my teddy bear's laps. But yes, this is Hubert. He's my favorite toy, and I know he's not as pink and as cute as all of the other toys up there, but I think he's the best. Your fave nationally says, is this your room or do you have another one? This is my room, but this isn't the room that I sleep in. So this is my study. Obviously I share a room with my husband, which isn't pink. So yeah, in this room I've got my toy wall and I've got my makeup and I've got some clothes and I've got like my computer desk and stuff, but I don't sleep in here. I'll show you my bedroom. It's probably messy, but I'll show you anyway. Let's go for a walk. My bedroom is, so yeah, this is my study, and as you can see, it's kind of a mess. Sorry! And if we come out here, that's Ricardo there, in his room. He has a study as well. He's playing games. He doesn't know I'm filming him right now, so that's him. And then if we come down here, this is my bedroom. This is where we sleep. It's messy, but yes, this is the bedroom. Yeah, I get a lot of people asking me like, oh my god, why don't you have a bed in your room? And it's because this isn't actually a bedroom, it's just a study. Shoku Bun says, tips on decorating my room like yours. Well, a room like mine. I have so much stuff in here, it is ridiculous. So first tip would be storage. Storage is your friend. Like, hang things on walls and get shelves. Yeah, I mean, decorating like mine, like I tend to find like party supplies stuff is often really good. Like my glittery wall that I've got hanging on my door, like all of those came from the party supplies section at Big W. Yeah, just notice the placement of the stuff that you have, so, you know, just organize them in a cute way. I'm probably not being very helpful. My decoration style is very random and I generally just grab stuff and go, like, yep, that'll do, that looks cute, it's not gonna fall down, sweet, it can live there. Again, it's taken me years to sort of build my room up to what it is now. It wasn't planned, like I never really, like I always knew I wanted a room with pink walls. So when we bought our house here, when I decided which room was going to be my study, the first thing I did was painted the walls pink. So I've got 1, 2, 3 walls that are like a pastel pink, and then this one back here is like a darker pink, which I have as a feature wall, but you can't really see it all that much because I've just got so much stuff up against it. Painting the walls was planned, but all the rest of like just this and the organization and all the stuff I have in here wasn't. It was more just accumulating things that I liked over the years and then needing to store them, wanting to display them, and coming up with a system for doing that. So yeah, that was probably absolutely no help at all. I'm so sorry. Crazy Little Dreamer says, do you do any video games? Yes, but not as much anymore. I actually used to stream on Twitch a fair bit, but again, I have a full-time job, and then I was silly enough to decide that going to university was a good idea. So I work full-time and I study part-time and I do TikTok, and that's pretty much all my spare time on. In saying that, when I do get the time to game, I really enjoy playing Overwatch. I love all of the Pokemon games. I love, love, love Animal Crossing. It's so good. And my recent obsession at the moment is Stardew Valley, mostly because I can play it on my iPad, which is considerably more mobile. So like when I'm out with my clients, or like if we're on public transport or something, or I get some downtime, it's super easy to just sort of pull my iPad out and just play a little bit and pause it and play a little bit and pause it and play a little bit and pause it. So that's my game of choice at the moment, is Stardew Valley. If you've never played it before, I thoroughly suggest that you do, because it's super cute and it's super wholesome and it's a cute little farming game and I just really enjoy it. Those are my games of choice at the moment. I'm really hoping that sometime in the near future I'll have time to like start gaming properly again on my PC and maybe even stream, but for the moment it's just, life is too hectic. LuluCornXO X wants to know, do you like Pokemon? Oh, do I like Pokemon? I love Pokemon! Pokemon are the best! You guys see my little grumpy Pikachu hiding in behind here? I started playing Pokemon on my Game Boy Color. The first game I ever played was Pokemon Red. Like, yeah, when like they first came out, my grandma got me and my cousins one each, and we all used to play and trade Pokemon, and I've been pretty obsessed ever since. I'm pretty sad that I generally don't have enough time to play as much as I used to, or as much as I would like, but I still really, really enjoy it. Like, I really loved playing Pokemon Go when it first came out. Again, I don't play it as much anymore, because my entire life is consumed by work and uni and TikTok. But hey, Pokemon are the best. My favorite Pokemon is a Jigglypuff, and I love Chansey as well, because they're cute and they're pink. The Skinny Hippo says, do you like anime, and which one? I'm not actually a huge watcher of anime, would you believe? Like, I have watched some anime in the past, but it just, I don't know, it's never really grabbed me as something that I like must watch. And again, I don't really have a lot of time, so it's not that high on my priority list. In saying that, I have watched some anime, and the ones that I like, I really, really love Host Club, and I like Love Live. I've watched a bunch of Bleach, which was alright. Yeah, but that's about it as far as my anime watching is concerned. Sorry. Ellie Loves Dolphins says, who is your favourite person to cosplay? Well, I'm actually not that much of a cosplayer, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, I own a lot of costumes, and I have cosplayed in the past, but I wouldn't by any means consider myself a cosplayer. I think the cosplays that I've actually put effort into would be, I made a spirit healer cosplay from World of Warcraft. That was pretty fun. My wings were huge and they lit up and they had springs on them, so they went in and out, and that was pretty cool. My other one that I did was Tiny Tina from Borderlands. Apart from that, like, I've had like little costumes, like I did an I Dream of Genie costume for a party, and I've done like Harry Potter stuff. But yeah, I don't really cosplay. It doesn't interest me all that much. Like, if I've got a reason to do it for like a party or an event or something, like, I quite enjoy dressing up, but I don't do it as a hobby. I really envy people that do though. Like, some of those armor sets that people make are incredible, but I don't really have the time or the skills or the money or the energy to do that. Amber Sweden says, do you have a boyfriend? I will do you one better, my friend. I have a husband. So, actually, you can probably hear him talking to his friends rather loudly in the room next door because he's playing computer games. But anyway, I digress. Ricardo and I have been together for approximately 8 years? 8 years? We're gonna go with that. It's about 8 years. We got married in 2016. Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm married. I like him a lot. The Queen of Stuff 121 says, did you go on a honeymoon when you got married, and if you did, where? Yeah, we didn't actually go on a honeymoon. As terribly boring as that sounds. When we got married, we hired out a venue, which was like a old camping venue, so it like had bunk beds and stuff, and we had a sleepover for our wedding. So all of our friends just came up. We had our wedding ceremony in the garden where we got married, and then we had a marquee a little further around where we had our ceremony, and then everybody just stayed and partied and then slept over, and that was the end of that. We both had work stuff on and around the wedding that we couldn't quite get out of, so I actually ended up leaving to go to a conference. But yeah, so we didn't end up going on a honeymoon. We actually ended up going away to a place called Corowa on our first wedding anniversary, and we sort of did that as our honeymoon sort of thing, which was really nice. Like, I really enjoyed it. So that was our honeymoon about a year late. I mean, it wasn't really that big of a deal for him and I, because we've done a lot of traveling together over the years, so we've sort of been to most places that we've wanted to see and done most of the stuff we wanted to do together already, like before we got married. Like, we actually got engaged in Times Square in New York when we were on holidays over there for a dancing event, so yeah, we weren't all that fussed about going away for a honeymoon because it was just more money to spend that, you know, we didn't necessarily want to, so yeah. Alright, Sassyington says, when did you and your boyfriend meet? And have you ever thought of having a divorce with your husband? What? Alright, so first, I'm going to answer the first question first. Me and my husband Ricardo met. I actually met him in the backseat of his car. I had gone over to Melbourne for a dancing exchange, and he was a friend of a friend, and he was living in Melbourne at the time, and this friend that I was traveling with had organised for him to come and pick us up from the airport to like drop us off at our hotel room, and I'd never met him before, so I got off the plane and, you know, we got our stuff and, you know, followed my friend out to, you know, this friend that was picking us up, and got in the back seat of his car because it was like one of those, you know, he was just picking us up on the way through. And I dived in the car, and he was just like, he sort of turned around and was like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Ricardo." And that was when I met my husband. It wasn't for another couple years after that that we actually like got together and started dating, but that was the first moment that we met. As far as divorce is concerned, no! I don't want to divorce my husband. I love him very, very much. Like, so much. He is literally my most favorite person in the whole wide world, and no, I do not want to divorce him. Small and Silly wants to know what my natural hair color is. That is a good question. I haven't had my natural hair color in a really, really, really long time. When I was a kid, it was blonde, and then as I got older, it slowly started getting darker. And then when I was like 15, I started getting highlights in my hair, and then it just progressively got blonder and blonder and blonder and blonder and blonder. And then I started dyeing it all sorts of funky colors, so I have no idea. I assume my natural hair color is somewhat similar to my regrowth, which looks really dark at the moment, but it's not as black as you think it is. So yeah, that's my hair. Let's just say it's naturally pink. Annie wants to know, what other colours have you dyed your hair, and when did you dye your hair pink? Oh, okay, so let's start with the pink. This is actually the second time I've had pink hair. The first time I dyed my hair pink was about 5 years ago. I had blonde hair, got bored, got a fudge box, pink flamingo colour, and all of a sudden I had like bright pink flamingo hair. I'll see if I can find a photo of it. I'll post it here. Like, it was super, super fluorescent, like pink. And I had that for a little while, and then I got sick of it being so bright because I always really just wanted pastel, but sort of back then the colours, like the colour options weren't great. I couldn't quite figure out how to make it a pastel colour, so in the end I just gave up and dyed my hair red. But then about 2 years ago, I had black hair. Me being the genius that I am, I was just like, my hair is black. I would really like to be pink again. oh, hairdresser? I would like to have blonde hair now. And she's just like, anyway, took me a little while to get back to blonde, and then now I'm pink again, and I'm never gonna go any other color ever again because I love my pink hair so much. And Arctic Fox they just have the best shade of pink. Like, I love this so much. It's such a wonderful shade, and I'm gonna keep it forever. The other colors that I have had when I was a teenager, I had like a navy blue fringe, so it was like, well, it wasn't navy blue, it was more like a bright sort of electric blue. So yeah, I had a blue fringe. I've had red hair before, like super red hair. I've had like half pink, half purple. So like the last time I was pink, when I started getting bored with it, I decided to do the underside purple. So I had, yeah, like bright pink and then purple underneath, and that was fun. I've had, when I got married, I had black hair to about here, and then my ends were purple. I accidentally dyed my hair green once. That was fun. Ava P. Mac says, what time do you get up in the morning to do your makeup and beautiful outfits? Oh, now that's a loaded question. It depends on the day and what I am doing. So on days when I start work at 7 o'clock in the morning, I generally get up at 6 a.m. and I will more often than not have picked like an outfit the night before, so I'll have it laying out on the floor in my room. It usually takes me maybe 20 minutes to do my makeup. On days like those though, I don't tend to do anything too particularly complicated, just because at 6 in the morning, like, who really wants to do anything like that, especially when it's cold and it's dark. I'm just like, it'll do. On days like that, it's usually just a quick makeup, chuck on an outfit, out the door, off to work. On other days, I'll sometimes take a little bit longer. A look like this one will usually take me about half an hour. Like I said, I don't generally do stuff that's all that complicated every single day. And in saying that, I have been doing my makeup for a really long time, so I do have it down to like a fine art. I can get things done super quickly these days. Cinnamon buns are delicious. Yes, they are. Says, how many times have you gotten your hair dyed and changed your acrylic nails? Oh, lordy, all the time. So my hair, I get done once a month. Every 4 weeks, I take out my extensions, get my roots bleached, dye it all pink again, stick it back in, and I'm on my merry way. As far as my nails go, I actually do them myself. So you can have a look at these ones. They're like party K inspired ones at the moment. I do them myself. So I will go through phases where like I'll do one design and I will keep it for like 3 weeks and love it until I break them all and then have to start again. I'll do other designs and I'll decide I hate it after 24 hours and then redo them the next day. These ones in particular have been cursed. I managed to break 3 of them in like the most painful way possible, like within 24 hours of putting them on. It was awful. So, I mean, I fixed them all and they seem to be surviving now, touch wood. But yeah, so I change my nails pretty often, and the design that I have on them generally depends on my mood, what I'm doing, what I feel like doing, what I have time to do, what I could be bothered doing, how creative I am. Yeah. Lara Production says, how do you get your eyebrows like that? Love you. First of all, thanks! And secondly, this afternoon actually just filmed a video on how I do my eyebrows. So there's 3 different ways. They're not bleached or colored or anything like that. I do draw them on every time I do my makeup. So if you've ever seen me without makeup, you'll notice that I don't actually have pink eyebrows because they're not permanent. I use different pomades, I use different eyeshadows, I use different lipstick colors. I will chuck a link to the video on how I do my eyebrows around here somewhere. Go check that out for a little more detail on how I do it. Despair Julie says, how long have you had TikTok? I started TikTok on the 2nd of October 2018. So not all that long at the moment, to be perfectly honest. I didn't even know it was a thing until not that long ago. Basically, I was scrolling through my Instagram stories and one of my friends had made a video on TikTok, which was hilarious. And I saw it and was like, oh my god, that looks so cool. I want to do that. Like, I want to give that a go. So I downloaded the app and then promptly fell straight headfirst into a TikTok hole and was just like, what fun. So yeah, I thought it was great, and I was a lurker for a little while, and then one day I was just like, do you know what? Bugger it. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna do it. So my first ever TikTok video, I'll share it with you now. Like, this is my first ever TikTok video.
You're gonna cheer for me like that? Louder. Yay. Louder. Yay. Louder! Yay. Too loud.
So yeah, that was it. Not that great. I'd just come home from a Lolita meet, which is why I'm all done up in my fancy paper dolls. And yeah, the rest is history, really. Cotton the Bun Bun says, can you come to Queensland and how do you get good lighting on your vids? First of all, I probably can come to Queensland. Don't know when. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. If I do, I'll post about it on my socials. So keep an eye on that. Secondly, how do you get good lighting on your vids? I have a whole lighting setup. Yeah, here, I'm just gonna turn the camera around. You can see. Check this out for yourself. You ready? So don't mind my messy room, but I have a box light and I have a ring light. I actually have two box lights, but this is a very small room and I can't fit both of them in here. So what I do is I have the ring light here in front of me, and then I have the box light here on the side of me here, and then I'm very stealthy, because I don't know whether you've noticed or not, but there is a mirror right here, hi, which reflects the light. So it's almost like having a light on either side, because I'm clever. So that's how I have such good lighting, because I generally can't film during the day because I work like a lot. I am always at work, or I'm always at uni. Like I work so much that whenever I have spare time, it's usually really dark. So like right now it's 9:30 at night and it's dark outside, but you can't tell because I've got heaps of light in here, which is good. So yeah, lighting is everything. Lighting is important. If you're looking to get yourself a light for like either YouTube or for TikTok, I would thoroughly suggest starting with a ring light. They're really versatile and really handy, and they usually have like a little mount thing for your phone or your camera, which is really helpful when filming TikTok, so you can do stuff like hands-free and just have it propped up, and yeah, that's super helpful. I actually got mine off of eBay. It was really cheap. I think it ended up being, for the light and the stand and like the phone mount, it was about $75 in Australia, and that included postage, so you can pick one up reasonably cheap if you know where to look. So just have a search. Don't spend like $400 on a ring light. You don't need to. I mean, if you want to, be my guest, but I mean, mine works perfectly fine and it was cheap. User 236, there's a lot of numbers there. I'm assuming you haven't said a username person, but this person wants to know, out of 10, how much do you love cats? Now this is a complicated question because I love cats so much, but cats generally don't love me. Also, I am allergic to them. So I think cats are adorable and I think they're great, but I could never own one and they usually hate me. So let's go with like a 5 out of 10. I don't know. Is that a good answer? Charlie the dog says, do you prefer your toilet paper inside or out? Oh, asking the hard-hitting questions, I see. I like it when it's facing out. So hang on a second, I will show you. Let's go for a walk. Just come for a walk into my house with me. Right. I like my toilet paper like this, so facing outwards, and there's a reason for it. There's a very good reason for it. I have really big nails, and if it's like this, then I'm like forever scraping my nails on the wall, and because I have such colors, I used to be getting like, actually I think you can probably see like the marks on the walls from like when I was scratching my nail polish off onto the wall. So serious business on this question. The toilet paper needs to be like that so I can grab at it without scraping my nails on the walls because I was leaving marks. Alright my friends, so I think that is about all that I've got time for tonight because it's starting to get really late. I have tried really hard to answer as many of your questions as I possibly can, but if you still have more burning questions, let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to do another Q&A video for you if you enjoyed watching this one. So if you did enjoy this one, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, and tell all your friends to do it too, because that's the cool thing to do. Yeah, if you have any more questions, leave me a comment below, and that's it. So until next time, love, bye now.